Right now on DC News Now at 4, conflict continues in the Middle East.
They got hit. Everybody got hit because they're evil and they're bad. It's a bad seed, and somebody had to do it.
How the strikes are impacting Americans stuck overseas.
A man sentenced in the murder of an American university professor more than 15 years after the crime. How Sue Markham's family is hoping the community remembers her.
Then it's slowly warming up as we continue to track rain across the region. Meteorologist Damon Madsen has the timing and when you could expect some dry time. And George Washington University selling part of its campus to Amazon, and for a big price tag. The impact of the purchase going forward.
You're watching the station covering all of the DMV. This is DC News Now.
Thank you for joining us for DC News Now at 4. I'm Mark Hall.
Hey, good afternoon. I'm Annalisa Gale. Let's get over to meteorologist Damon Madsen on this Tuesday. We got some rain in our area, Damon. It has been quite a dreary day today.
It has, and we've had just about every precipitation type 2 over the last 24 hours. Folks, we have been snapping out of the bit of wintry weather we've had. Monday going back into this morning then, and the snow and the ice, it's long over with, though we are still dealing with some of that rain. Here are where the snowfall totals ended up at as of late this morning when all that wintry precip ended. Winchester led the pack at around 3 inches, but for the most part, only around 1 to 2 inches for most of the DMV in terms of snow. But then that freezing rain came in last night, lasted through the mid-morning for many of us, and there were several spots right around 1/10 of an inch. Myersville, Brookville in Maryland, over toward Martinsburg and Dulles as well, picking up close to that 1/10 of an inch of ice. But thankfully, we didn't see any major problems from that ice accumulation as it stayed on some of the higher elevated surfaces. But again, temperatures have been slowly warming up, pushing toward the 40s. So now we're only dealing with rain and plenty of it. Look what's knocking on our door. The next wave of wet weather is starting to arrive from West Virginia as we had a lull this afternoon. But yeah, folks, this wet weather, it's not going to leave us alone for a little while longer. We'll talk more about how often you'll need those umbrellas over the next few days coming up in your full forecast here in just a bit.
All right, Damon, thank you. Meantime, conflict continues in the Middle East as Israel steps up airstrikes on Iranian missile launchers and factories as well.
And the American embassy in Saudi Arabia sustaining hits during fighting today. The U.S. Embassy urging Americans to leave more than a dozen countries.
Yeah, that includes those in Jordan, Bahrain, Iraq, Qatar, and Kuwait. The State Department says citizens struggling to leave can call for help.
And about an hour ago, Annalisa, a plane from Saudi Arabia landed at Dulles International. They left around 1 a.m. local time. We have a crew at the airport, and we'll bring you the latest as we try to hear from passengers about their experiences.
Meantime, President Donald Trump taking questions from reporters in a public setting for the first time since the U.S.-Israel attack started. The president commenting today saying he ordered U.S. forces to join Israel's attack on Iran because he believed Iran was about to strike the U.S.
We were having negotiations with these lunatics, and it was my opinion that they were going to attack first. They were going to attack. If we didn't do it, they were going to attack first. I felt strongly about that.
And the president's comments is different from Secretary of State Marco Rubio, who told reporters on Monday that the U.S. launched the attack because of fears that Iran would retaliate in response to planned Israeli action against Tehran.
Well, drivers are seeing the biggest one-day jump in gas prices since Hurricane Katrina back in 2005. According to AAA, the national average was 11 cents today. The average price of gas is now $3.11 a gallon. And we're in the DMV. We're stretching your dollar with a few places across the region where you can save at the pump. Now, according to Gas Buddy in Virginia, the Safeway on Anderson Road in McLean has gas from around $2.72 a gallon on the Maryland side. Citgo on Old Chapel Road in Bowie has gas for $2.98 a gallon. Here in the district, Marathon on New Jersey Avenue has gas at $2.97 a gallon. For more information on where to find the cheapest gas in your area, you can scan the QR code on your screen. And for the latest on the conflict in Iran, Head to our website, dcnewsnow.com, and search Iran.
All right, new details this afternoon. The man convicted in the murder of an American University professor will spend 25 years behind bars. A Montgomery County judge going above sentencing guidelines in that case as Sue Ann Markham's family and friends advocated for the maximum sentence today. The sentencing had been delayed after Jorge Landeros suffered a medical emergency the morning of his previous sentencing date last month. Right now, DC News Now's Randy Bass is joining us live. She was in the courtroom. Randy, what's the latest here?
Yes, today's emotional sentencing, more than 15 years in the making. Jorge Landeros now expected to spend 25 years in prison for what the judge described as the especially heinous and vicious murder of Sue Ann Markham back in 2010. Now, family and friends today in court described the late American University accounting professor as someone who was kind and generous. Markham's killer was sentenced one day after what would have been her 68th birthday. Prosecutors say Jorge Landeros beat and strangled Markham over money. Investments he made using her funds went south. He also had a $500,000 life insurance policy on her. Investigators say he staged the scene at her Massachusetts Avenue home to look like a burglary before heading to Mexico, where he would live as a free man for more than 10 years before his arrest several years ago. Defense attorneys for the 56-year-old maintaining his innocence. He also did not speak before the judge sentenced him to 25 years. Markham's brother Alan speaking in court and after the sentencing Tuesday.
What we can't ever know is the lives that she might have touched, the students she might have inspired, whether to go into accounting or to go into some other field with passion.
Now we'll hear more from some of Markham's family and friends coming up on DC News Now at 5. As for Landeros and how much time he will actually spend behind bars, he is getting credit for about 3 years of time he's already served that will go towards the 25 years the judge sentenced him to today in court. In Rockville, I'm Randy Bass, DC News Now.
Randy, thank you. Here in the district, the man accused of killing 2 Israeli embassy staffers outside of a Jewish museum pleads not guilty to new terrorism-related charges. Elias Rodriguez was in court today as prosecutors added 4 new charges of hate crime and other federal charges. Prosecutors say that he shot Yaron Lashinsky and Sarah Lynn Milgram in May of last year outside of the Capitol Jewish Museum. He allegedly returned to the museum to identify himself as the shooter. While being arrested, he said, quote, "I did it for Palestine. I did it for Gaza." Now, the new terrorism charges carry a mandatory life sentence if he's convicted. His next court appearance scheduled for May 5th.
Well, an update in Prince George's County now. 300 people are still without gas in Beltsville after Friday's explosion there. The gas leak started in the area near Powder Mill Road and Cherry Hill Road when the explosion began there. Washington Gas says their crews have fixed the damaged service line. They say they already restored service at the Riderwood Senior Living Community Center and High Point High School. One person was taken to the hospital after that explosion. They are expected to be okay. Right now, DC News Now's Tim Reed is following the story for us tonight. He'll have more on this coming up at 9 and 10.
Well, Prince William County police arresting 2 men for killing another man in the Potomac Mills Mall parking lot in Woodbridge last month. Bo Bishop and Clifton Douglas are facing charges including concealing a weapon and murder. Police say Douglas got into the victim's car, 34-year-old Bafor Gondona, on February 24th on Potomac Mills Circle. They say a fight broke out, which led Douglas to shooting him. Bishop and Douglas left the scene in the victim's car after he collapsed. While getting out, both are being held. Well, in the district, D.C. Council moving forward with 2 new measures to increase transparency around the use of force incidents involving federal agents. Well, it comes more than 6 months after the president surged federal officers into the district, with agents working side by side with D.C. police officers. D.C. News Now's Mariel Carbone live at the Wilson Building. Mariel, the question, why now?
Yeah, well, Mark, council members say they have been working on this for weeks now, but there has been some added spotlight, we know, with a nationwide use of force cases like the killing of Renee Good and Alex Preddy. And then here locally, events like shots fired at Philip Brown. So a major spotlight on this issue. What passed today specifically, first, a emergency bill by Brooke Pinto. It requires the release of any MPD body-worn camera footage within 5 days when they're on the scene with federal agents during a serious use of force incident. The second is by Robert White, and that requires MPD to document the names, badge numbers, and agencies of federal agents who make arrests while patrolling with DC police. Now, both Pinto and White say that these are vital measures to ensure more transparency around how MPD and federal agents are working together in the community.
We cannot control everything that the federal government does, but we can demand that there be transparency and accountability for what happens in our communities that's captured with our body-worn cameras.
Now today, Mayor Muriel Bowser coming out against both of these bills, saying in part this is a federal issue that should be handled by the Congress. These are both emergency bills, so they go into place for 90 days, but we know there's been temporary legislation as well, and then there is some permanent legislation that council will vote on in the future to deal with this. We've got more on the story coming up on DC News Now at 5, but for now, live from the Wilson Building, I'm Marielle Carbone, DC News Now.
All right, Marielle, thank you. Meantime, in Maryland now, the Bethesda Metro station hitting a milestone there. WMATA announcing that station hit record ridership. On February 25th, the station had more than 15,000 trips. Metro has also said that this is the highest ridership record since 2020.